Guys, I feel like a K-pop idol right now because we are sponsored. I am truly thankful to Grammarly for sponsoring this video, and this couldn't have happened without you guys. That's why I always take these opportunities to give back. Which means we are doing another Find Seulgi's Red Pants. Just follow the directions on the screen, and I'm gonna give away a bunch of albums of your choice. You can see some of the lucky winners from last time. Hopefully one day I'll be able to do a truckload of albums at a time, just like Kang Daniel. Although up until yesterday, I did not think I would be talking about Kang Daniel in this video beyond his gracious heart. As you guys have probably heard the shocking news by now, Kang Daniel and Twice's Jihyo have broken up. The media first reported it by saying they broke up due to both of their busy schedules. With the careers and goals the two have, it sounds like it wasn't easy to also maintain a relationship at the same time. Although maybe take that with a grain of salt because the only official statements we've seen are the ones provided by both companies simply confirming the breakup. Anything beyond that is really none of our business. The only thing we can do now is show support to both of them. A lot of the reactions I saw were like, whoa, I totally forgot they were dating. And that's probably because they somehow were able to keep it very low-key. They were never really in the news apart from the reveal of their relationship, which by the way was 1 year and 3 months ago. We barely saw any interactions between the two at any music show. I have no idea how they did it, but props to them. It's incredibly hard in this kind of profession to keep your private life out of the public eye. I mean, Jihyo's fellow Twice member CHAEYOUNG can tell you that simply going to a grocery store, allegedly, can all of a sudden put you in the dating headlines. Apparently, people think this is CHAEYOUNG with a tattoo artist because the girl in the picture is wearing the same hat CHAEYOUNG talked about on Radio Star. And you guys know the internet. After this picture came out a few days ago, people started digging through everything, speculating that they went to Paris together, have matching rings, looked at who her brother was following, analyzed the guy's artwork, analyzed her tattoos. It was crazy. JYP Entertainment had to come out, but basically just said, we're not commenting on her personal life. Now, there were some people who were saying they don't have a problem with CHAEYOUNG dating, it's who she's dating. Then again, we don't know if she's dating or not. I mean, really? Regardless, the tattoo artist has now had to delete his Instagram, and now you know why idols hide things. Like red pants. Has anyone found it yet? Or has it just not been shown yet? I was delighted by the variety of albums you guys asked for last time. Really curious what the winners will request for this one. Again, I'm super thankful to Grammarly for sponsoring this video. Grammarly is a digital writing assistant that supports 30 million people daily with clean, mistake-free writing while offering suggestions that go way beyond grammar. It's a big reason why I get so many people in the comments asking me to be their English teacher after they watch my theories. Grammarly offers a free version and it's super easy to install in your browser. From the link in the description, add to Chrome, add extension. But Grammarly Premium takes it to another level when it comes to keeping your writing concise and effective. For example, its Clarity AI will notify me when I'm being too wordy or redundant by underlining that part in blue. It just helps me get to the point, whether I'm writing a script or an email. I think part of the reason I write in circles could be because I'm constantly using the same bland words. When I was writing the Stray Kids backdoor theory, I kept using the word beginning. I wanted to get the point across that Stray Kids were referencing a new beginning by alluding to the creation of atom painting. Luckily, Grammarly Premium's vocabulary suggestion gave me a lot more compelling words to work with. Hopefully, that made Felix proud.
Before the show, on yesterday or at yesterday, in yesterday?
You just said yesterday.
Just yesterday.
So go to Grammarly.com/KPopJunkie to sign up for a free account and get 20% off Grammarly Premium today. You know, all this talk about idols having to hide things, sometimes it's for the good of the fans. I think we were all caught by surprise this week to find out Suga recently underwent surgery to repair a torn shoulder labrum. What? Big Hit revealed that they were only announcing it now because they knew how this would have worried the fans. Thankfully, the surgery seemed to have gone smoothly and successfully. Another shocking thing they revealed was that he injured it in an accident that occurred in 2012, before he debuted. All this time, he's been receiving treatments to make sure he could still be active with BTS. Now, he's already been safely discharged and is currently recovering. From the message he posted for the fans though, it doesn't look like like he'll be physically participating in BTS's upcoming promotions later this month. Junkee said that even though there's pain, he feels extremely relieved. It took 3 out of 4 hospital advisements for him to make this super difficult decision, but he'll undoubtedly be back. And while Big Hit tried to subdue the concern and potential pandemonium, pandemonium? Because we're talking about pandas next? Anyway, if you thought you've seen it all when it comes to Backlash, I guarantee you haven't seen this one in the K-pop world yet. BLACKPINK recently shared a preview of the final episode of their show 24365 with BLACKPINK, where they visited the Everland amusement park to meet baby pandas. In the clip, you see them interact with baby pandas while being supervised by the professional zookeepers. However, it seems as though many people in China were not happy about this. Some of the accusations seem to have been that the girls didn't have masks on or gloves. That aside, the 2 biggest complaints were that the girls were handling the baby pandas while wearing makeup and possibly perfume, on top of them presumably also having been in contact with their pet dogs. Apparently, baby pandas have died due to a canine virus transferred from dogs. Articles on Weibo were going nuts about this. The Chinese media were urging BLACKPINK, the Everland Park, and the Korean government to apologize for putting a national treasure at risk. Now, if you're wondering why they're upset over pandas who are over in Korea, it's because they don't technically belong to the Korean zoo. Reports state that the Chinese government owns a large portion of giant pandas all over the world, and zoos simply rent them. Many people have come to BLACKPINK's defense saying, hey, the concern for the pandas is understandable, but the anger toward BLACKPINK is not. They were being supervised by professionals who allowed them to do this in the first place. On top of that, they seem to have been wearing the necessary coverings. Others came to their defense, pointing out that many Chinese celebrities have interacted with pandas covered by much less. Eventually, YG Entertainment came out with their statement. They explained that this whole thing took place under strict safety measures. They were wearing the proper protection like we said, and the girls were disinfected between every scene. Despite this explanation, YG Entertainment goes on to say they want to respect the panda conservation experts who warned that this could cause further misunderstandings down the line. So, they have decided to postpone the last episode. I don't know if they're planning to withhold this episode forever or just wait until things blow over, because many people also seem to think that this was blown out of proportion due to the residual anger and tensions between the Chinese and South Korean public after they got upset at RM's speech. That's a whole other topic though. What do you guys think YG should do? And no, they can't just blur out the pandas, right? They probably just wanted to put this on hold for a bit while they're in the middle of handling Treasure's comeback. The company recently had to deal with a bit of backlash from Treasure fans who were understandably concerned that the new choreography is asking for a back injury or even an ankle injury. Look at member Jaehyuk limp off after this move. Hopefully he's okay, and it's a good thing they're listening to the fans on this one. Treasure's music video, by the way, was 3rd overall on the theory poll. Follow me on Instagram if you want to vote on the next one. But this week, it looks like you guys wanted me to decipher TXT's Blue Hour. TXT describes Blue Hour as a story of boys who are surrounded by uncertainty after experiencing changes in their relationships. Now, we don't know what that change in their relationship is, but the camera work does start off by showing us who it centers around. Bumgyo. The choreography then goes on to tell us that in one way or another, he has been separated from the rest of the group, until a blue bird flies by signaling the blue hour. TXT described the song's title as the specific time at which the sun sets in October, at least in Seoul, Korea. It's a period of twilight where the sun dips below the horizon, creating a certain blue shade in the sky. A stark contrast from the orange sky earlier, because I believe this is the precise time where Bumgyo is once again able to reunite with the boys. It's the same concept found in the film Your Name, where the 2 main characters from basically 2 different worlds are finally able to meet at twilight. This comet we see in the sky could also be an homage to that film. When the blue hour strikes, we see the boys reunite, jumping into this magical world. Notice how the aspect ratio changes and the black bars go away. And while they're exploring the uniquely purple skies and squirrel hoodies, the lyrics constantly repeat the words imagination, dreams, and memories, hinting that this world we are seeing may be something they've painted inside their own minds. The squirrel running beyond the boundary of this world is that wake-up call for them. But regardless of whether it's real or not, the guys express their desire to be in this world forever, for the blue hour to never end and for the sun to stop in its place. However, the imagery of a merry-go-round and Ferris wheel reflect constant rotation. This time will inevitably come and go, and they all know that. The bluebirds, who signified the beginning of the blue hour, now come to announce the end of it, presumably taking the guys away one by one until the sky goes back on the other side of the color wheel, where we once again see Bumkyo alone. Notice how the aspect ratio also changes back. The music video ends with a cliffhanger for the upcoming installment of their story. My prediction is a backstory of their unfortunate separation, but this music video is not about that question of why. Blue Hour is about not taking our time for granted, rather taking advantage of it, especially with the ones we love, because you never know when that sun will set.